Silent Night. That song that we have just sung actually is one of the very popular Christmas carols. And yes, it's one of my favorites, for sure. That's why I don't want to end this session without singing that song, Silent Night. It actually topped the list of Christmas carols for 2 consecutive years. I'm going to show you what I got. Let's see here. This is the original copy of that song, Silent Night. Do you know when this song was first sung? You know, this song happened to be celebrating its 204th year anniversary this year. 204. Do we have anybody that's that age 204 over here? All right, okay. The words were written by Father Joseph Moore in 1816. What was the year? 1816, when he wrote the words of this song in a small town of not Anderson. Good guess, but it's not. Oberndorf Bay in Salzburg, Austria. And I'm sure our musicians know this. The song was composed by Franz Javier Gruber. Oh, it's in there? Oh, yeah, it's there. You can see it. And it was first sung on, are you ready? December 24, 1818. December 24, 1818. Well, I have the first few words of the song, but we already sang it, so I'm not going to be singing solo now. I imagine 1818. Well, it was written by Joseph Moore. It's a priest, Father Joseph Moore, 1816. But then Gruber put it into his music and sang it 2 years after. I imagine during those times that Ellen White tried to learn this beautiful song as well. Would you agree? Because 71 years later, she wrote this. You ready? She wrote this in the Review and Herald, December 17, 1889. She said, "The 25th of December has long been commemorated as the day of Jesus' birth, and it is not my purpose to affirm or question the propriety of celebrating this event on this day, but to dwell upon the childhood and life of our Savior. It is my purpose," Ellen White says, "to call the attention of the children to humble the manner in which the Redeemer came to the world." We all believe, and I want to make this clear, that December 25th is not the exact date of Jesus' birth. But Ellen White clears that she said it's not her purpose to question that date, but rather to celebrate the Spirit, into which, he said, the humble manner in which the Redeemer came to this world. That exact quote was again rewritten in the devotional book called This Day with God, page 361. But we ask the question, what is Christmas? based on what we just read from Ellen White, we do celebrate the spiritual meaning, the spiritual significance, and the spirit of Christmas. That once upon a time, God gave us the greatest gift of all, to save us from the bondage of sin, to let us know that there's hope beyond from this sick and broken world. Amen? Hence, Christmas is about much more than just sharing warm emotions and memories. It's about what God supplies and shares. Christmas is about God's faithfulness made tangible through history. Christmas is about how God has touched our lives with His love. It's about Christ and Christ alone. Isaiah 52, verse 7 says this: "How beautiful, beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, who bring good tidings, who proclaim salvation, who say to Zion, your God reigns." Would you believe that this text is in Isaiah 52 is about 2,500-year-old Christmas greeting from God? It is. Look at the verse again. And you know the story as to why God says this. Because God originally sent this greeting to the Jewish people right after Jerusalem was held captives in the hands of the Babylonian armies, correct? From a prosperous nation to nothing, for they lost everything and they had nothing left. And for the Jewish people, when everything was gone for them, they had nothing left to hold on to. And then God shows up at the right moment and at the right time, because God's timing is always right. I know that for sure. Because when I proposed to Genevieve for the first time, she said no. I never gave up. I waited another year. And I proposed again, and she said no again. And I waited for another year. And I proposed again. This time she said no again. 3 times she said no. And finally, after a year, I proposed again. This time said, okay, if you insist, I realize that God's timing is always right. Right? God then sends His greeting of hope to these hopeless people in this verse. These people, they lost everything, and God shows up and said, your God reigns. So what's Christmas? Sometimes some people think a little of lights and presents is enough. We may have the things that provided temporary pleasure, and we might think that's enough. Our sinful hearts may think it's enough to hear Silent Night, to see the lights, to taste Christmas cookies. I hope that they're less sweet. But that's not enough, because such things cannot fill our hearts with peace. Did you know that during the season between Thanksgiving and Christmas, that many people feel depressed and alone? You look at the survey right now, the research says the number is so alarming. between Thanksgiving and Christmas, a lot of people are lonely and depressed. It's at Christmas that we miss loved ones who pass away. The glitter of the holidays just isn't enough to keep peace in our hearts. That is not what Christmas is. For Christmas is nothing, and we have nothing if we don't have God's greeting of good tidings. The God of love and mercy came to these weary and lonely people with a message of good news. What did he say? Your God reigns. And God has sent his Christmas greeting to you. He said, peace on earth, mercy and mild, God and sinners reconciled. That's what Christmas is all about. It's just that we need that God gives us the message of hope and love, and then he gives us the ability to receive and believe Jesus is what Christmas is all about. The very reason for the season, the greatest gift ever given, Christ came to deliver us from the guilt and bondage of sin. He came to these weary and lonely people with a message of good news, and he said, your God reigns. What a powerful illustration that was. A few more minutes and I'll be done. Most of us are familiar with the old Popeye the Sailor Man cartoon story. Are you not? Well, some of us are too young to know that show. Well, in that show, the Popeye the Sailor Man would find himself in a bad situation. He would get beat up by, what was his name again? Bruno? One of the B name. Bluto. And he would worn out and weak, right? Mr. B would, beat Mr. Popeye. And so he would worn out and weak. And so he'd turn to his trusted can of spinach. So you know the story. And so as soon as he'd eat the spinach, his muscles would grow, his strength would be revealed, and it was usually impressive. Popeye's muscles would be pictured as a battleship or as a powder keg of dynamite. He revealed his strength by showing his arm, his muscle, and there's nothing Mr. Bluto could do to stop him. In our spiritual journey, much like Popeye's, when you find yourself in a little trouble, if you're discouraged or if you're depressed, please know that our God reigns. God reveals his arm for you. God rolled up his sleeves, revealed his muscles, and went to work to deliver you and me. Every time we hear a Christmas message, God's good news greeting, we are assured that we are not sentenced forever to live in an inside-out and upside-down world, because in Bethlehem, God came to assure us that he has the better life in store for us, a life forever in his presence. Right? What is Christmas? Christmas is more than holly, lights, trees, or children's laughter. Christmas is not for people who want everything and need nothing. Christmas is for people who have nothing and who need everything. Christmas is God's good news, greeting of peace. It's the good news of great joy that we will all, the people, and that today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born to us. He is Christ, the Lord. Now, that's what Christmas all about to me. Christmas is about God's mighty arm revealing its glory and its strength in the person of Jesus, our Savior. Good news is, our God reigns.
To reach a friend with a Christ-centered message of hope and wholeness. This has been Anderson SDA Church in Northern California. Thank you for joining us. For more information, visit our website at andersonadventist.org. We look forward to seeing you next time.